But I think we've all been very disappointed. With our new democracy 22 years ago, one of the things we realized at the same time was that we were facing a dramatic HIV epidemic in South Africa. And although it was devastating, one of the hopes for feminist activists and feminist scholars was that it would be an opportunity to challenge gender justice issues. But then what happened was that rather than challenging that, it actually entrenched it, so that people saw men as inevitably perpetrators, as always powerful, always dominant in relationships, and young women as always passive, as always submissive, and as victims. I illustrate this by showing examples from sexuality education at school, where young people are given very different and gendered messages. So young men are told it's not good to have multiple partners and it's not good to be hypersexual. But it's women that are really given the very powerful messages, where sexuality is set up as all about damage, disease, and danger. So the young women will be told, you can mess up your whole life. But young men will not be told the same thing. Young women will be made to feel that you are the ones who are responsible. You are the ones who are going to bear the child if it's an unwanted pregnancy. You're the one who's going to live with HIV. Part of the problem is that adults have set themselves up as the authority on young people, and that of course reflects the larger social dominance of particular notions of young people need to be civilized, they need to be regulated. So it's a kind of governmentality that's underpinned a lot of this. So underpinning a lot of the responses to HIV and gender-based violence and the problems we have has been this attempt we need to control our young people, we need to discipline them. Even when I come to conferences and I speak about young South Africans and sexual practices, I'm concerned that I might be adding to the spectacularization of global southern lives, particularly poor black young people in this case. And this happens both globally and locally, because in South Africa as well, there's a tendency to demonize young, poor black communities as the problem in terms of HIV, and then young, poor black men in particular. If we could just sort out that, then everything will be okay. But actually, we're all implicated globally and locally in the challenges we have across the globe.